Good evening. A police chase in St. George ends in a crash, 3 arrests, a stash of drugs, and a gun removed from the streets. And 2 of Springdale's oldest landmarks just earned a spot on the National Register of Historic Places. Plus, triple-digit heat continues with your full forecast. All this and more coming up straight ahead on St. George News at 5.
You're watching St. George News at 5, brought to you by our studio sponsor, We Win Injury Law.
Good afternoon, I'm Monica McLaughlin. A police chase in St. George ended with a crash, 3 arrests, and the seizure of drugs and a firearm. Officers say it started after a traffic stop early Friday morning when the suspects sped away from police, crashing near Industrial Road, then running from the scene. Police recovered marijuana, THC vape pens, mushrooms, and 1 firearm. All 3 men are facing multiple felony charges and are currently being held without bail. 2 of Springdale's most historic landmarks are now nationally recognized. The town's Pioneer Cemetery, dating back to the 1860s, and its 1935 sandstone jail, built by the Civilian Conservation Corps, were recently added to the National Register of Historic Places. Officials say the designation honors the town's heritage and opens the door for preservation funding to keep these pieces of history standing for generations to come. Now let's take a look at your daily weather forecast, brought to you by Casablanca Resort and Casino. It's currently a scorching 108 degrees in St. George, with tonight's low settling around 79 degrees as we head into a very warm Wednesday, where temperatures will climb into the upper 100s. Expect a high near 108 with an overnight low of 79. Out in Mesquite, the heat is more intense right now. It's a sweltering 111 degrees with a low tonight of about 85 degrees. Tomorrow looks much the same, with highs again around 111 under dangerous heat conditions. Please take precautions if you're outdoors. Meanwhile, in Cedar City, it's a milder 92 degrees currently. Tonight will dip to 64, and tomorrow we will see more sunshine and highs around 94 with a low near 63. Now we'll go to Tyler Todd for your weekly injury law review.
Hi, I'm Tyler with We Win Injury Law. After an accident, insurance companies often ask for a recorded statement. Sounds routine, right? But be careful. What you say can be used against you to deny or reduce your claim. You're not legally required to give a recorded statement without legal counsel. Always talk to an attorney first. We protect your words and your rights before the insurance company twists them.
A Southern Utah nonprofit is helping women and girls step into leadership roles and make an impact in their communities. The Women's Influence Network offers free events, networking, and its annual Ignite Your Influence conference to build skills and connections. Since launching in 2021, attendance has grown from a dozen participants to more than 50 per event. The group's next leadership workshop is tomorrow night at the Atwood Innovation Plaza. St. George has broken ground on a long-awaited $15 million air traffic control tower, a project officials say will boost safety, efficiency, and economic growth at one of the nation's fastest-growing airports. Let's check in with Maury Kessler at the airport with more on how this milestone will change the way flights are managed in southern Utah.
Local, state, and industry leaders broke ground Monday on a long-planned air traffic control tower at the St. George Regional Airport, one of the nation's fastest-growing airports. Currently, flights are coordinated remotely from Los Angeles, a setup that officials say is increasingly impractical as air traffic continues to grow. The Federal Aviation Administration approved the local tower with a 5-year deadline for completion. The 70-foot, 7-level structure will be staffed by contracted controllers once operational, which is expected to take place by June 2027. $15 million for the air traffic control tower project came from the Utah legislature and aims to improve safety, boost efficiency, and support economic growth across Washington County and beyond. SkyWest Airlines CEO Chip Childs said a tower will help prevent congestion and allow for safer, more frequent flights out of the airport.
With the activity we have here in St. George and other small airports, it's a big part of what our safety department and our safety culture deals with all the time. I can't tell you what a tower is going to mean for safety relative to the volume of flying that we have here in St. George.
Airport Director Dustin Warren said that there were nearly 75,000 takeoffs and landings last year, with passenger numbers up 18% year over year.
You know, last year we were just right around almost 75,000 operations on and off of this runway, and this year I'm sure we're gonna supersede that by a fair margin. So, you know, with that kind of growth and what the community is doing, and then the amount of commercial flights we cut coming in and out of here with our airline partners, it's time for this tower.
Utah lawmakers, including Senator Don Ibsen, who was credited with helping get the $15 million for the project, said it was a top priority for the state for safety, reliability, and emergency response.
Leadership was very supportive of this, and as a budget committee, we put it to the top of our priorities, and it passed unanimously. We didn't have any problems that year getting this funded. You know, there's lots of things that go unfunded, but this rose to the top because of the safety of the region, and the whole state benefits from this, not just St. George.
To learn more, read the story.
Thank you for watching St. George News at 5. To learn more about our studio sponsor, We Win Injury Law, go to wewininjurylaw.com. I'm Monica McLaughlin with St. George News, your #1 source for local news. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more local news updates. And if you liked this newscast, you might enjoy one of these stories right here.